Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, 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 welcome. How are we doing? How are we doing? Happy New Week. Happy New Week. Happy New Week. You are very much welcome as we share onto our platforms. You are very, very welcome. It is a Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. You are welcome. It is a beautiful day. It is another day bestowed on us, and we are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful for being alive. We are grateful for the grace. We are grateful for the love. We are grateful for everything that God has given us. Right? You are very much welcome to today's episode, to today's session. Right? Very, very much welcome. How are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? It is a pleasure always being here with you. If you don't know what this is, we are live a Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. Welcome, 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 welcome. Share to invite friends, share to invite a brother, share to invite a sister, share to invite loved ones, have them join us, right, as we learn from each other as we go through today's session. How are you doing? How was your week? How was everything? Right? How was your week? How was your week? Welcome, welcome, welcome. As I share to our other platforms, please do same for me, right? But let me know in the chat how your week was. Let me know in the chat how the week was for you. Were you able to get to get to that goal that you set for yourself? Were you able to go through the day or the week with greater achievement or with small wins? Were you able to celebrate those wins, right? That is what we talk about here, right? It is very much important to celebrate those little wins, regardless how small they are, regardless however it might seem, regardless however it is. You do have to celebrate them because that gives you the ability to get more. That gives you the ability to have more. That gives you the ability to know that, hey, you might not have gotten to that huge goal yet, you might not have gotten to that greatest goal yet, but you are working in on it, and you are a work in progress. So you are welcome as we share this to our other platforms. Let me know in the chat where you watching us from or how you have been, how the week has been. As I do sing, we are going to start in few, but you are very, very much welcome. Right, it is a pleasure to be here with you, to be your host. It is a pleasure to always be able to chit chat with you, be able to learn from you as you do from me. Because guess what? As I always say, on here, it is integrity, integrity, integrity. We learn from each other, right? It is best that way so that we won't be thinking that, oh, we cannot do this, or one thing that, oh, it's not possible to do, or one thing that nothing better is coming our way. None of that, right? We learn the right way. We learn from each other. We learn to build on us. We learn to better ourselves. So as we do that, finding our passion, as we speak to that, as we find ways and means that we can find our passion, ways and means that we can build on us, ways and means that we will find that thing that we are happy about, or we are interested in, or that excite us to be able to move forward and build on us, right? Look for that ability to work hand in hand, to work in depth and build on us. That is what we are talking about here. Finding our passion. What is your passion? What is that one thing that has excited you? What is that one thing that keeps you going, even when you can't push through, even when you think that all is lost, even when you think that, oh, I cannot do this? What is that one thing that allows you to keep pushing on? What is that one thing? How do you find that? Where do you go to find that? What measures do you put in place to find that? That is what we're talking about here, right? That is what we're talking about here. Finding our purpose, finding our passion, finding that one thing that allow us to know what to do, how to do it, right? And ways to stay focused on it, ways to keep pushing it, ways to keep running through it, ways to keep building on us even when we can't. And we are done sharing this here, so we can go back to our note. Right? What is that one thing? That is what we're talking about here. Passion is energy. Passion is the ability to feel that power that comes from focusing on something that you are excited about, something that you are energetic about it, something that gets you all roused up. Passion, right? That is passion right there. That is what we're talking about here. Right? Something that brings out the energy in you, something that brings that focus on in you, something that brings the totality of how or how much you are able to put into something. Your passion. Right? I said, don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive? What makes me want to drive through? What makes me want to go and do this? What makes me want to push through even in the midst of the adversities, even in the midst of the troubles, even in the midst of the trial? What makes me want to do this? Because what the world need is people who have come alive, right? Is people who sees what needs to be done for themselves and they are alive doing that, right? That is what we talk about here, right? Your passion is waiting for your courage to catch up. So, are you courageous enough? Are you excited about it? Are you confident about what you are passionate about? I salute you too. User, Facebook user. Not sure who this is, but you are very welcome, right? That is what we talk about here, right? That is what we are looking for. What actually brings that excitement in you? What actually brings that happiness in you? What actually wants to, that you think about it, that you like, hey, I gotta do this regardless. I gotta do this. I don't know how, but this excites me. This is exciting journey that I am willing to embark on regardless how, right? The energy that particular thing brings out in you, the energy that particular thing gives you, the energy that particular thing gives you when you think about that situation, when you think about that problem, when you find yourself going into that deeper thought and you're like, I want to do this, I have to do this. I cannot wait to see the result. I cannot wait to see how or what I'll be able to do. I cannot wait. That is what we're talking about. Passion. Finding right? So don't ask what the world need. Don't ask what it needs to be done in the world. Find out what you need to do to come alive, right? Because as I said your passion is waiting for your courage to catch up. Do you have that courage to stand up against all odds for that thing that excites you? Are you willing to stand up against all obstacles and say that, hey, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is my desire. This is my dream. And I'm going to fight for it. There is more joy in creating wealth than pursuing passion. It goes hand in hand. Whoever the Facebook user is, right? Because without passion, you cannot create wealth. That's it right there, right? Without passion about something that you love to do, something that excites you, you are going to feel regardless. So without passion, wealth cannot be built, right? So let your courage catch up with that, right? I said the things you are passionate about are not random, they are your calling. Oh, is there more joy? I saw there's, I think I left the joy, the is out. Is there more joy in creating wealth than pursuing? No. Thanks for that. No. Because you can create wealth, but if you're not happy about it, if that thing doesn't excite you, you're going to feel regardless, right? I don't know if you have a name, but it's written Facebook user, right? You cannot, yes, you might be able to create that wealth. You might be able to get to that wealth. You might be able to get to that thing that you want to get to. But without the passion to sustain it, without the passion to still keep working on it, without the passion to say that, hey, I don't care what the troubles are. I don't care what the trials are. I don't care how. But as long as I am excited about this, as long as I am passionate about this, look at it this way. If you have passion, right, you never get bored with what you're doing. You never lose interest in what you're doing, right? You never lose interest in what you have to do to get to that wealth that you're looking for. All right, guys, double tap and share for us, right? You will never get tired. So, no, it goes hand in hand if you ask me, right? So, the things you are passionate about is they are not random, they are your calling. What are your calling? Some people will call it niche. What are you passionate about? What is your niche? What excites you? What makes you want to put everything on hold and do that particular thing? What is that? Right? That is what we're looking for here. I said, if you feel like there is something out there that you are supposed to be doing, if you have a passion for it, then stop wishing and just do it. But you can have passion and enjoy what you do, but the people around you can make you lose interest. Yes, that is why it also goes back to who do you have in your inner circle. I'm not sure if you were here when we spoke about that, right? People are gonna come in your in your life. People are gonna wanna troop in and see, hey, how is this? What is this? What is she about? What is he about? Let's see how we can help. They at the beginning, they might be willing to, but you have to sieve it. Those people that come your way, you have to look at it and ask yourself, okay, this is what I see. These are what people are coming in with. How do I separate the chaff from the real ones? Anybody that does not or that is not happy seeing you pursuing your dream, seeing you pursuing your passion is not supposed to be in your life, right? Because as men, we attract who we are. And I always, you can hear me saying this over and over on multiple sessions, right? Because they kind of intertwine, right? We attract who we are. You get it? So if you are not sieving and separating the gems from the chaff, they are going to be there. You are going to lose that interest that you're talking about. Right? So it is up to you to have that passion, enjoy what you're doing, but look on the other side, the variables that are contributing to you getting to that success that you're looking for. Right? So as much as people are going to come to your life, or people are going to be around you. You have to look and or choose and pick who you bring into that inner fold, who you're going to let into your chambers, who you're going to let into your surroundings. That is where also boundaries come in. If you're not bringing no good things in my life, then you stay here. Sometimes certain boundaries doesn't make you selfish, right? It just means you protecting yourself from this, right? So you got to look at that, right? So if you feel there is something that you're passionate about, just do it and stop wishing it. Sometimes the starting points are not easy. Sometimes where to even look for what it is not easy, right? But you got to do it. Pursue some path, however, narrow the crooked. Narrow it down. You might have so many things that you're passionate about. You might have so many things that you enjoy doing. But what actually brings out the aha moment from you? What actually brings out the light bulb? What actually turns that on? Right? That is what you have to look at. Because some of us, we have so many passion, or we have so many things that excite us, right? But each of them, we got to sit down and ask ourselves, what is the way? Does one weigh more than the other? What actually, even unconsciously or consciously, excite me to just wrap my head around it or to just think about it, right? That is what we got to do, right? Because look at it this way, when you are genuine about your passion, that joy rubs off people. When you are excited, excuse me, about what you have going on, what you are doing, it rubs off on people. As a man is, we attract, right? As a man is, we attract. As we think, we become, right? As we think, we become. I said, passion is the genesis of genius, right? Because once you are passionate about that, everything else falls in place. Once you are passionate about that, everything else goes hand in hand. Once you are passionate about that, it is easier to find ways and means to bring that out. You don't struggle, right? You don't struggle with it. Once you're passionate about something, right? You don't struggle at all. But if the passion is not there, right? You see yourself, you find yourself struggling, right? I said, you know you are on the right path when you don't want to let it go. You are on the right path when all you think about is, how do I get it better? How do I get it to the other stage? How do I get to the next phase? How do I do this? That is all you think about, right? Find that passion of yours. What is that thing that you want to talk about it all day, every day, right? Let me use myself for example. For me, a dose of encouragement is my calling, is my desire, is my baby, right? So if you give me the chance to talk about ADOEI, right? What we are about, how we want to make this place a little better in our own small, like I can talk about it nonstop, right? I can go on and on and on. That doesn't mean you are bragging. That doesn't mean that you don't want people to enjoy whatever it is. right? It is just because, as I said, consciously or unconsciously, you are that thing, and that thing is you. You are thinking of how to make things better. You are thinking of how to move a step ahead. You passion. When this vision was given to me to help support the needy, it wasn't an easy thing to do. It wasn't an easy thing to just get up and move it on with, right? I struggled with it a bit because I was like, is that really what I see myself doing aside everything else that I have, right? But when something keeps you up at night, when there is a force driving something, it takes everything that you got, right? Passion. Passion will make you do what you got to do, even when you are tired, even when you feel like, oh, I am very, very exhausted. But the moment that thing comes to mind, you have some sort of energy, you have some sort of ability, you have some sort of excitement to get up and do it. And I always tell you guys here, sometimes I don't know how I do this. Aside we supporting the needy, this right here every Saturday morning, being here with you guys, learning from you as well as you learning from me, right? Sometimes I don't know how I do it. Sometimes when the alarm sounds, I'm like, I am tired. Like this morning, I was like, because last night I didn't sleep early. I was like, I'm tired. But the moment that thought comes to mind of, hey, this is what you are about, and I jump off that bed, it's a whole beast. It's a whole ball game. That is passion. What drives you to do things? What drives you to go an extra mile? What drives you to push yourself even when you can't? What drives you? What is that thing that drives you? Right? What is that thing that drives you? Right? What is that thing? Right? That drives you. What is that? That is what we're talking about here. What actually excites you in doing things that initially you thought you couldn't do? Right? So if you know you cannot let it go, that is your passion, right? The pursue it. As a passion is one great force that unleashes creativity, right? That unleashes so many good things that you can ever do. Because if you are passionate about something, then you are more willing to take chances. You are more willing to take risks. You are more willing to put in much effort. You're more willing to do that, right? It doesn't matter how, what, who, right? But when it comes to that thing, you are way more than willing to put in extra work, to put in more work, to put in more effort, right? To put in more effort, right? So find that passion of yours. Do what you love, and the necessary resources will follow. Do what you love, and the requirement or the things you need to get to where you need to get to will follow. Do that thing that you love, and you realize that because you love that thing, because you're passionate about that thing, you won't struggle. You won't struggle. Because you love that thing. The resources will follow, the resources will come, right? So do what you love. Because the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Right? So if you haven't found anything yet, keep looking. If you haven't gotten to that phase where you say to yourself that, oh, this thing excites me, this thing makes me happy, this thing allows me to escape everything else that I'm going through because of just thinking about it, then do it. Keep at it. Keep pursuing it. Keep pushing it. Keep building on that, right? When you are inspired by some great purpose, right? Let your mind transcend to those limitations, right? Take off that. Allow yourself to feel whatever anxieties you got to feel, whatever struggles or whatever, yeah, anxieties you have to feel. And then after all, if that still excites you, if the thought of it still gives you some goosebumps, then go and pursue it. Go and pursue it. Don't be like, I have no special talent. Be curious. Be passionately curious about what excites you. Find out. If it means you trying certain things, try it to find out which one excites you, which one makes you happy, right? Find out. Find that out, right? Allow your passion to become your purpose, right? And then gradually it will become your profession. Because when you find purpose in your passion, you are unstoppable. When you find passion in what you do, you become unstoppable. You become unbreakable. Right? Pursue it. Allow it to become your passion. Find something doing that you enjoy. You see people and they're like, oh, this doesn't interest me. Oh, this, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know what I have to do. I don't know what. Find your passion. Whatever you find your hands to do it well. I didn't say it. The Bible said it. So when you figure out what your passion is, keep pursuing it. Keep working at it. Keep pushing through the storms, the trials. Keep pushing through it. Right? And you will be glad you did at the end of the day. You'll be excited you did. Right? Find something you enjoy doing. Right? Find your passion so you can work for yourself and not somebody. Okay, so what is that one thing that I cannot shake off when I start to think about it? Maybe you haven't paid attention to it. It is time you pay attention to that. It is time you focus on that. It is time you gave it a little more attention. Right? It's never too late to be what you might have been. Because as we grow, we find new purpose. As we grow, we find new hobbies. As we grow, we find new passion. if that excites you, if that brings out the light bulbs on, pursue it. Don't let anybody tell you that, hey, as for this one, you cannot do it all. Where there is a will, there is always a way, right? Where there is a will, there is always a way around it. So if that thing that you're thinking about excites you, if that dream, that you aspirations excite you, work on it, focus on it, pursue it. If that keeps you up at night, pursue it. Whilst we're talking about this, if that passion of yours don't keep you up at night, it's not big enough. Right? If it does not allow you or make you think, okay, what do I need to do? How do I need to do this? What do I need to put in place? Where can I go to get that resources? Who can I ask? Find get some findings so I'll be able to wrap my head on how to start this because this actually excites me. This makes me. If that does not excite you, that is not your passion, right? Work hard, be kind, and do amazing things with those passion of yours, with that thing that you are trying to hide it, if that is the right word for me to use. Because nobody is going to know what actually you are made of until you are truly passionate about what you're doing. Because with that, you give your all. With that, you give everything that is within you. With that, you don't do a half-assed job. Pursuing passion, right? You don't do things anyhow. Doesn't mean that since you found what your passion is, you're not gonna be get yourself in trouble. You're not gonna have obstacles. You're not gonna have trials. That is when they are actually gonna come. But as I'm saying, if that is truly what brings the light bulb on, you are going to find ways around it, right? You are going to find ways around it, right? I saw something online, a quote online that I want to share. It says, passion is the fire that makes us pursue the things that set our souls on fire. So you remember when I was saying what actually brings that light bulb on? What actually let you be like, this is it. This is exciting. This is good news. This is what like you, and then you want to jump for joy. You want to talk about it, even when people are like, all right, chill, we're gonna hear you. You're like, no, I cannot stay on this. This is a must that I have to do. This is something I have to pursue. This is giving me excitement. This is bringing me joy. Right? That is what you say to yourself. That is what you find yourself doing. That is what you look at and you ask yourself that, hey, where on earth have you been? How is this even possible? That all this while, this is the first time I am getting this and I'm excited about it. I don't know what the future is, but I'm excited about it. Passion. Passion. The force that drives the fuel, that drives the fire in us, right? The force that drives the fuel, the fire in us, right? Oh, so that was Kwame testimony. I'm not sure why it says on here Facebook user. Kwame testimony was the one sending asking the question. I don't know what you did with your my brother with your what you call it with your um account. It says Facebook user on it says Facebook user on the other account on here. Sorry, right? Oh, and I'm not sure why this came here, right? Let's delete that. So find that thing that brings that energy. Find that ability that brings that result. That thing that brings up the light bulb. Find it. Find that passion. Figure it out. Because if it actually allows you to or excites you in so many ways or shape or form, you will find ways and means to get to that destination. You will find ways and means to build on that. Finding your passion goes beyond just having the dream, goes beyond just having the thought, goes beyond you saying to yourself that this is what I want to do. It brings your energy out. It brings that light bulb on. It allows you, it excites you in so many ways, shape, or form. So find it. Work towards it. If that thing keeps you up at night, if that thing allows you to even push other things aside, and then the moment that thought comes to mind, you become excited. You are unstoppable, right? Because you are always looking for how or ways to push through that dream, to push through that goal, to push through that aspiration. Find that passion, right? Find that passion. And as I said, when people want to let you lose interest, they're not supposed to be in your life. People that are meant to be in your life will make sure that that passion of yours is fueled, that passion of yours is energized, that passion of yours is pushed up. So if that person in your life is preventing you from doing what you need to do, is preventing you from even talking about that goals, that dreams, that aspirations of yours, they don't need to be in your life. Because look at it. When somebody is passionate about something, they do everything that it takes to get to that finish line, regardless the obstacles, regardless the struggles, regardless the troubles, right? Sometimes passion can be very irritating at times. It can. It can. Especially when all you do, you know, it might be irritating not to you. Guys, double tap on the likes and keep sharing this for us. Not, it might be irritating not to you, right? But to the people around you. If you are pursuing your passion, your dreams, your aspiration, and somebody think you are being too no, allow them. Allow them to think you being too known. Allow them, right? Allow them. As long as you still have that fuel, allow them. What did I love to do as a child? To sing. That was what I love to do. And I still do it. Right? That was a secondary passion. But to help others, truth be told. Right? I would rather help somebody and not have the thought of me not being able to help sometimes irritate me. But you got to also look at it this way, that you cannot help everybody. You cannot have resources every time, right? So about 7, 8 there, about, it was my passion was what I love to do was to sing. Oh, you didn't know I can sing, eh? No, not always. Not always. Not always. Sometimes yes, but not always. It doesn't always entail money. What it actually, for, I would say about 90 plus 90, 95, depending on what the passion is, right? Is the desire, is the ability, is the burning fuel that you have to fuel that passion. Because I always say this, or I said that once you know that you're passionate about this, the resources will follow. Once you know how to utilize that fuel that you have, resources will follow. Right? So build on you. Find that thing that you cannot go a day without thinking about. Find that thing that brings out the light, brings out the joy, brings out the happiness, brings out your true self, and pursue it. Right? So if those people that are in your life are making you lose interest in something that you have, then please, it is time to sieve it off. Being passionate about something you love should fetch you money. Not always. Again, it depends on what you are passionate about, right? You could be that you're passionate about seeing other people happy. Seeing other people happy goes in so many shape or form, right? And not necessarily you helping them to be happy for money, right? Now, even that moment or in that space or in that journey, it ends up that you have to build an amenities that involves money. So you see where I'm going with? You can help somebody, or you can be a beacon for someone without always having to fetch or get money off it. Let's take ADOEI for example, right? What we do, we don't know what the future holds yet, right? But what we do doesn't get us any money, right? Sometimes it is actually from our own coffers, right? Sometimes we get support here and there to help push whatever we have going on. But look at it this way, that is my passion. That is the vision of ADOEI, right? So, yes, we want to see people happy. We want to put smiles on people's faces. It doesn't always have to fetch you money, right? It could just be you wanting to see yourself thrive. Yes, some part of thriving involves you paying for education. But look at it this way: it can start with you taking free courses. I always say, where there is a will, there is a way, right? So even if it involves or it requires money for it, and you don't have it, because you are passionate about that thing, because you want to see more, right? You find ways and means around it. You seek support around it. Does it make sense? So it doesn't always have to involve money, right? Finding your passion is a process that can take time and require self-reflection. Bam. My brother, what did you do? Because this one says Facebook user on here. Well, now I know it's you, so right? It requires time, because not because you just saw it, right? You are okay with it or you are going to get it. No, because in the process of you pursuing it, it becomes your profession in a way, right? Let me do it this way. Expand this one so I know who is typing. Right? So I can check here who is right. So it involves time. It involves you keep assuring yourself that, hey, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. This is what we're going to do. Don't be follow, right? Or because this person is doing this, I'm also going to do that. Because this person is going this way, I'm also going to go this way. Don't do that. Right? Don't do that. Because in finding your passion, it has to start with you. It has to start with what you are about. It has to start with what exactly do I want to achieve? Do I want to attain? That should excite you, as I said, to even think about it, to even wrap your head around it. That should excite you. Right? As he said, it involves self-reflection sometimes. Don't say that, oh, because this person is going for this, I'm also going to go for it. If you do not have that passion for it, you're going to fail. If that is not your calling, you are going to fail. Right? But when that thing, as I said, excites you consciously or unconsciously, then you become aware of what exactly I need to do. You become aware of, hey, this is my goal. This is my dream. This is what I want to see myself. This is where I need to go. This is how I need to get to, or where I need to get to. It depends on what you're following. The fact that your friend is pursuing a course to become a doctor, if that is not your calling, you're going to flop. If that is not your passion, you're going to flop. So depending on what exactly you are following, is it their ethics? Is it the way they do things? Or because they are pursuing that same line of work, they are pursuing that same dream, you also want to pursue that. Right? In being able to find where or what you are about, or what you get, how you get to that final destination of yours, it has to start with, is this what I want? How do I truly feel about this? If I'm not able to get the support, will I still be able to maintain my goal, my dreams, my aspiration, my momentum, my energy? If the answer to these are yes, that is your passion, pursue it. But if the answer to these are no, find ways around it. That doesn't mean that you cannot pursue something that you're not passionate about, right? Because in getting a career, we're not always passionate about, right? So if that is how or what you feeling, then you got to reassess it. What comment did I miss? If you were given a task of saving the world, how would you do it? That is a huge task to do, right? But in everything, I will say it starts from that corner where you are. You cannot single-handedly save the world, right? You cannot single-handedly save the world. But look at it this way. You can make an impact at the corner you are. That could be helping that one person. That could be supporting that sister of yours. That could be supporting that brother of yours, if you have the means, right? So I won't sit here and say, oh, yeah, you can save. No, you cannot save the whole world. But you can save that immediate fellow around you, right? But sometimes follow makes you develop passion. Sometimes, that's why I said depending on what you are following, right? Depending on what exactly you are following. Depending on what exactly you following. What are you following about that person? Are you just following them blindly? Are you just following them blindly? What are some of the things that I've told you one, actually two, right? Is it two or three? Being able to support as much as I can. That is the joy. Not for the name, not for the fame, but that is just me, right? So that's one. And this is how I'm pursuing it, right? Impacting life as much as I can in ways that I can help, in ways that I can support, in ways that I can be there, right? That is what I'm doing now. I might not always be there, right? You guys have no idea what this is for. This is to how or what ADOEI is for me. You know, we love you too, right? Because it took everything from thinking of this to where it has gotten to. And it's my prayer that, you know, it gets something, it blows out a hint, right? Not for me, but for the everyday people that support, for the everyday people that see this, for the everyday people that want to see somebody else thrive, that want to see somebody else succeed, that want to see somebody else do well. CEO, we love you. I love you too, my brother Kwame Testimony, right? So find that passion, find that energy around that thing that you love, we need to have a session for ADOAI. What do you mean? This is a session we haven't, isn't it? So what kind of session are you talking about? Right? Or maybe I'm not understanding what you mean. Find that joy behind that dream of yours. What made you in the first place think of starting that? What made you in the first place think of pursuing that? What made you in the first place want you to go through that? My brother, I'm waiting for your explanation on the session for ADOEI. Right? Because let that fire that makes you pursue the things that you set your souls on fire. That goal, that dream, that aspiration, that desire, that burning sensation about that goal, about that dream, about that thing that you've seen. Did you watch the Q&A that we did on our WhatsApp? Not WhatsApp, on our website. It's also on our Facebook page. That's a starting point of the background of ADOE. Yeah, that gives a little bit, not in totality, but that gives a little bit about it. That was session of answering people's question about what we stand for and all that. So if you haven't listened to it, I would urge everyone to go listen to it. And it's on our YouTube page too. It's also on our website, the www.adoei.org. Right? When you click on the About Us and Q&As, let me see if I can show you all. Right? So find that fuel, that energy, that ability, right? Find it. Find it. And don't let anybody tell you that, hey, oh, this dream that you've set for yourself, what is it going to do for you? You know what it's going to do for you. You know the reason why you're so passionate about that. You know the reason why that even lets your light bulb comes up. So this right here, if you haven't watched it, this. It's too bright. Hold on. That. Can you all see?
Hi there. My name is Amanda Krufia, and
That.
I am the CEO and founder
Right?
of Dose of Encouragement Incorporated.
That's on our website. And that's on the website, and that is on Facebook and on our YouTube as well. So find that passion. That goes in depth of what we about and all that good stuff. What we stand for and all that. And then for a little of the background that is in our interview that we did, but I think we need to put that into a video as well for you guys. But find that passion. Find that dream. Find that thing that pushes you to go the extra mile, that pushes you to go crazy, if that is the right word for this. Right? Find that passion. Don't let anybody tell you you cannot do what you set your mind to. You cannot, you're not possibly going to be able to do this. You can and you will. Because that brings you joy. That brings you excitement. That turns your whole mood up. Passionate people are frequently seen as more vibrant and fulfilled because they channel their energy into pursuit that genuinely excite. Yeah. There are other side of passionate people that are also like they don't want to talk about what they are doing, right? They want, and even when people see the good work they're doing or what they're doing, they're like, oh, it's nothing, it's okay. There is other part like that. I hear my boss man coming down. right? There are people like that. So it depends on which one you are. It depends on who you are, what part you are. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Okay. Right. Take the iPad. Right? I go to the chair. It depends on who you are. I am passionate about everything I do. Yes. But as I said, some of us, we don't like to talk about it. We don't like to show, or let me use the word show off. We don't like to do that, right? But some people too, they are so much excited that they wanna talk about it. That is fine, as long as you still keep going, as long as you still keep pursuing what you pursue, as long as you do everything and anything that needs to be done to get to that space. Don't let anybody push you down and tell you cannot do this, you cannot do that. Oh, this is not a good dream, or this is not a good what do you call it? A good idea. Because guess what? If you are happy about it, if you are excited about it, if you are energetic about it, you will go the ends of the earth to find solution to whatever needs to be done, to find resources, right? So let's go out there and figure out what excites us, figure out what we're passionate about, what we cannot sit without talking about, what we cannot go on without making noise about. Some people today are just empty noise. Yes, I'm the same person that says sometimes you gotta work in silence, right? You expressing what you want to do, and how you wish this will blow up, right? It's not bad. That's just you telling them what you are passionate about. Build on you. Look for what actually gets you there. It might be as simple as seeing yourself, upgrade yourself gradually, right? Being able to, when I'm done, being able to situate yourself the right way. It could be just as simple as that, right? But when you find it, do it. When you find it, pursue it. When you find it, put all the energy, all resources into it. When you find it. So let's go out this week and work on that thing, that goal, that dream, that aspirations that we're passionate about. Build on you. Build on what brings that hidden potentials out. Right? Be passionate about everything that you do, as our brother wrote, right? In pursuing that, be passionate about it. In pursuing that, do everything that you can, everything possible. And every other thing will be added to it. Have you ever wondered why some people seem endlessly motivated and happy? As a man thinking, can I finish what I'm doing? Early this morning, this man is looking for cupcakes, right? Because they know that regardless whatever they have to do, it is their dream, it is their aspirations, it is their decision that matters, right? They have to be the ultimate decision makers. I'll get it for you when I'm done. Give me 2 seconds, okay? All right, so go and then I'll give it to you when I'm done. All right? Right? Maybe that person is genuinely a happy person. Or maybe whatever desire or whatever passion they are pursuing is what excites them. That's why I said, if that thing brings out the fire in you, brings out the excitement in you, right? You cannot stop it even when you want to, right? Because they see the bigger picture too. They see what this can do. They see how things might change for them if they are able to reach there, or they've assessed every aspect and seen that, hey, this actually is what needs to be going on. So let me pursue it. Let me keep pushing. Let me keep going. That's why I said sometimes it is just you, yourself, and your situation. It is just you, yourself, and your problem. It is just you, yourself, and that obstacle that you face. So you have to keep yourself motivated. Because when you learn to do that, right, you're not always going to expect to receive much from people. If they come, fine. If they don't, fine. If they don't, you'll be good. Right? If they don't, you are going to be all right. Can you get out of here? If they don't, you are going to be all right. So ask yourself that, hey, if people support me, great. If people don't, I need to look at the bigger picture. If people don't, I need to see where this will take me, how things are going to change for me. If I'm able to pursue that dream, if I'm able to pursue that passion, if I'm able to pursue that aspiration to get to where I need to get to. When you learn that principle, you will not be taken by surprise when people don't show support. I'm going to say this again. When you learn that principle of not putting too much on what you're going to get from others, on what people are going to do to help you move to that space that you have to go to, and that it is just me. I am responsible for this dream. I am responsible for this passion. I am responsible for this. And so I'm going to work towards it. You would be great in so many ways, because you won't be disappointed when people don't come through. You won't be disappointed even when people promise and then are not able to deliver. If they bring the support, great. If they don't, it won't hurt you, because you have positioned yourself in a way that it is my dream, it is my goal, it is my passion. I need to work on it regardless. Do you get that? And then if the atmosphere changes and people are able to help and people are able to support, what happened? And people are able to support. Stop, stop, stop. 1 second, guys. Why are you even on YouTube? Right? So if you learn that, you will be able to not only do that or stay focused when people don't know or when people don't show up. You'll be able to go through it. And then when the result or when the support comes, it will just add it up to it. So let's go out there this week and work on that passion, work on those dreams, work on those aspirations that excite us, right? Let's figure out what exactly makes us happy. What exactly is that one thing that when we think about, we are excited about, we are happy about, we are enlightened about it. And let's go and put a little ink into that, a little energy into that, right? A little resource into that, a little attention. Let's pay a little more attention to that. Because when you find your passion, you are more than able to succeed beyond all obstacles, beyond all struggles, beyond all hindrances that comes with it, right? So if you are here and you asking yourself, is that I am passionate about this. I am excited about this, but I don't know what to do, right? Then I need you to sometimes sit. Sometimes you need somebody to redirect you back on that good track, for you to see the importance, for you to see the greatness, for you to see the validity of what you have in your hands or what you have as a passion, so that you can fall back and go back on it. So let's go this week and continue searching and working on those passions. Let's keep the conversation going. If you do have any questions, feel free and put in the chat. Let's keep this going until our next let's bring the engagement back, right? Keep going until we come back the next week. What are some passion that you have, and how have you been able to pursue it? How have you been able to keep on track? How have you been able to stay on point all this while, right? If you don't know who I am, my name is Amanda Kufiai. I am your host and founder of A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated. If this is one aspect of what we are about, right? We being able to be a beacon of hope, we helping eradicate poverty in our own small way, right? It doesn't matter the amount. I always say it about the heart that is pursuing or that is behind this, right? So thank you again for all that you do for A Dose of Encouragement Incorporated and for the people that we support. And this is another umbrella for us where we learn from each other on Saturdays, every Saturday morning, right? Where we learn from each other, where we tap into each other's knowledge, because we believe in building a community that supports one another, that builds one another, that pushes one another up, right? If you haven't joined us yet, you are missing out. If you haven't joined us yet, go ahead and um, hop on the train, right? And let's build this community, a stronger community for each and everyone. Thank you all so much for jumping on here with me. It is always a pleasure and always a joy to be your host, as well as your the founder of this organization, right? To be able to tap ideas from you, as always, right? If you do have any questions for us, use our website. If you have not checked our website out, right? We're not just on Facebook here. We are on almost all social media platforms. We are on YouTube. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook here. We are on Google as well. And this is our website right there. Check us out, right? As I said, when you go to this right here, put your testimonials on there if you do have one, right? Put your testimonials out there and let us know what impact we have had in your life, right? What impact we have contributed towards your growth, towards that thing that you were working on. What exactly have we done for you? And what can we also improve on, right? Your feedbacks are more than welcome. Use the message us button on our website, or you can also leave your testimonials in our inbox here on Facebook, and we'll be able to also grab that and push that onto our website as well. Thank you all so much for jumping in here with me. If you don't know my name is Amanda Akrofiaye. Thank you. Have a fruitful Saturday and have a blessed week ahead. Until I come your way again, I sign out. Stay blessed and have a good one. Bye for now.